Hey, everybody. Welcome to Type2 Take2, your diabetes and health center podcast, where we stick our noses where they don't belong in order to smell the pine cones. It's Christmas time. It's not Christmas? Well, it is in a few days, so can you just give me that? Okay, great. It is that time. We stick our noses where they don't belong in order to get to the answer of why. Why? Why? And that's an important question. Now, this time around, I always give you the whys, but why don't you insert your why right there? Why do I blank? Why do I feel blank? Why am I so blank? That's what we stick our noses in to find the answers for, because it's very important to come to the answer of why so we can make changes. Stay tuned, and we're going to talk about a lot of whys. Okay. So first up on the chopping block, you're going to talk chit chat. Christmas time is here. Okay. Sorry. Yes, Christmas is around the corner. At the recording of this episode, it will be, 2 or 3 days away. So what do you got to say about that? I hope you are able to enjoy the time that you're going to have with your family on Christmas. And even if you are not able to enjoy time with your family or friends or whomever on this Christmas time, or this whatever you're going to do for this period, I hope you don't have to work. But that's just what it is, right? We have 2 days of Christmas here. So it's Eerste Kerstdag and Tweede Kerstdag. And that's kind of cool, and it was strange at the same time. The good thing for me about Christmas this year is that they all sit on the weekend. Now you may say to yourself, "Now this is so not cool because they sit on the weekend. I can't get the days off." But okay, look. For my Christmas, if they're not on the weekend, then I need to schedule somewhat the time off. Okay, does that make sense? It probably doesn't make sense. So whatever. I don't want to get into it. It's politics. But in any case, I'm really excited that I get to enjoy. And then after that, Lydia's birthday is around the corner. And then after that, Renee's birthday is around the corner. And just so happens that my brother's birthday is on the same day. So it's going to be a week of parties. Or it may not be a week of parties, but what it can be is a week of celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior. Okay, whatever you have to say about it, it's fine. He wasn't born on this date. This is the time that we're taking to honor him and celebrate him. So I'm glad to do that. And cool. So I'm really happy to be able to just do that. That's it. That's all there is to it. Christmas time is around the corner. I don't have any Christmas presents under the tree, however, and whatever you think about the tree is fine. All the presents are hidden in vicarious places, different places, so that way we don't mess with them. Yeah, we're not that kind of people. Really, we'd rather give than receive. And to that note, I have something about the update. Okay, so update. Boot camp starts very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, boot camp starts very soon.
Yeah.
And I really want to see you all join the boot camp.
Yeah.
I've been talking about information almost all this week, and there's a reason. Almost all this week, okay? Well, if you check my Instagram and you check my Facebook, at Coach Danielle, Facebook.com/Coach Danielle, then yeah, you will see that. But what I mean is I've been talking about it, all of the podcasts, we've been talking about inflammation this month. And the reason why is that inflammation is a humongous reason that you cannot lose weight, that you cannot heal, that you are winding up with so many different kinds of infections, all of the things. So that's why the Reset Bootcamp is so very important. The Reset Bootcamp is a perfect way for you to decrease the inflammation in that you have taken on during this holiday season. And it was said that within the holiday season, most people will take on an average of 6 to 10 pounds. So that's from Thanksgiving for those of us who celebrate Thanksgiving, all the way through Christmas and a little bit into New Year's. So why not do the Reset Bootcamp to decrease the inflammation? Yes, I'm talking about inflammation because inflammation prevents you from losing weight. To clear out the inflammation so that way you can easily lose the weight and feel great. And then this is something that you can use for not just now for the holidays, but whenever you need to lose some weight healthfully. Healthfully. No crashes, no pills, none of that. Okay, so there's that. The update. The Reset Bootcamp is here. It starts soon. Get yourself involved because it's going to help you to get rid of the weight, but most importantly, to heal. Okay? Cool. So there's that about the update. All right, setbacks. Setbacks. So the setback is this. I've not been getting my steps in. It is a setback because I want to be a ninja. Okay, honest to goodness, I say I want to be a ninja, but what I mean is because I don't want to do all the killing and stuff like that. I just want to be stealthy and light on my feet. I want to be able to leap from rooftop to rooftop without making a sound. But that won't happen until I can at least get 10,000 steps in because no ninja, none, no ninja gets less than 10,000 steps in. So that's my setback. Okay, so now we are talking health. This is kind of more on the mental side of things. Now that we're coming about to the pretty much, we're coming to, this is the last podcast of the year. Is it? Is it? Oh my word. Now I gotta go check the calendar. I was like, drop my phone and break it more than it already is. Okay. Okay. No, I take it back. We have the 29th. Okay, so we have one more before then. But nonetheless. It's before Christmas, that's why. This is the last one before Christmas. We have one more. And I want to talk to you about something very important. It's about doing the hard things in the face of impossible odds. We'll be right back after you hear from Lori, and we'll talk more about it. Now, health. Doing the impossible things, doing hard things in spite of impossible odds. It's very important to know when to say enough is enough, and then it's also very important to say muscle on. It is we find ourselves in a situation where we are being told this is let's go big and then let's bring it small. We're being told what we can and cannot do, and what we can and cannot say. We've been shut down quite a lot in capacities, if you know what I'm saying. But we have to muscle on, right? We have to keep on doing that hard thing in spite of impossible odds. Now, that can not only hit in the realm of your health, but it can also hit in the realm of mental fortitude. There are a lot of things that come into our lives that we are focused on or we are hyper focused on, and then we can't see a bigger picture. But there are other things where we don't put enough focus on, such as for myself, as I mentioned, the steps, being a ninja. How could I possibly be a ninja without getting in those 10,000 steps first? That's a hard thing. But I also work, and I cycle, I'm on a bike, I ride my bike from here to there, and then I am on my feet for about, I don't know, give or take 7 hours a day, give or take. So I could say for myself, oh well, you've already done all the work, because I'm also moving, I'm I'm moving my body and everything. But that's not what I asked myself to do, is it? I asked myself to get those 10,000 steps in. I asked myself to get those 10,000 steps in. I sure did. And because of that, I think it's very important that even though, and this to you may not seem like impossible odds, but you have to keep in mind that last podcast I told you about all of the things that I do in a day. And so to get the steps in also, it kind of seems impossible to me, especially as it gets darker during this winter season, to get in those 10,000 steps. And of course, I have people around me saying, you don't have to do that. What are you doing? You already do this, that, and the other. But is it my personal goal or is it their personal goal? It's not their personal goal to get those 10,000 steps in, is it? It's mine. So, what may seem impossible for me may be very possible for someone else. But because I'm also a wife and a mother, besides everything else that I do, I want to, excuse me, I want to be able to spend time with my family as well. Yeah, we could all go for a walk together, and I could subtract the time of the accumulated time to get my 10,000 steps in. Now, I've been told it's easy enough to do, 20 minutes after every meal. But say, for example, for breakfast, I don't get up after I eat breakfast to go walk because I'm on my way to I'm on my way to go to someone's house to care for them there. So if I'm caregiving there, and I eat 30 minutes before I leave, so that way I'm not hungry until lunchtime. And then after lunch, I don't really take time for lunch. I eat on the run. That's not good for rest and digest. Honestly, it's not, but that's a different story. I run. Actually, I don't run. I cycle. I get on my bike and I cycle to the next house to care for that person. You see? So I help them at their home. I ride my bike, take a step back. I eat my breakfast. I jump on my bike. I go to the next house. I care for the people. I jump on my bike afterwards. And I have my food in my fietstas, saddlebag. The bags that you hang on your bike. I have my food in there, and then I'm eating while I'm cycling because I need to get to the next house on time. Because on any given, most days, I would say 3 out of 5 days of the week, I'm working at 3 homes, so I don't have time to stop. I could have time to stop if I just worked later, but then how does that affect my family? How does it affect my mental and emotional connections with my family? Because I want to pride myself on being the best mother wife as possible. And I honestly think it's fair. Don't become a wife or a mother if you plan on not ever seeing your family. That's my opinion. Sorry if it offends, but it's true. Actually, I'm not sorry. I am sorry if it offends, but it is true. So there's that also. So what do I do? Now, Lydia, she is fantastic and she'll just jump up and go and do that. She has a lot of work that she has to do. And and Renee, he's always encouraging me, let's go for a walk, let's go do this, let's go do that. But dude, I'm tired. I'm tired. I mean, honestly, I am tired. After working at the houses and then cycling back to home, I'm tired. I posted a picture of my steps. It was 2 Fridays ago. 17,000 steps. But you know how I got those steps? It wasn't for trying sake that I got those steps. My bike went flat. I was in a different city because I also cycled to a different city to help people, to care for them. And my bike went flat at the first house. I have two houses on that. I had two houses on that day. But the distance between those two houses was substantial. So I walked myself and my bike over. Now, thankfully, I had an hour in between the two houses, but usually I take 30 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to get to the next house. And then I go and I eat my lunch. And then I rest, relax, I read. These days I've been reading The Rain Barrel Effect by Dr. Stephen Cabral. And I sit down and I eat and I read. But I couldn't do that. I had to walk from that person's house to the other person's house. And it took an hour. So I got my steps in, yay! I mean, but am I really going to do it that way? Is that going to be the way I do it every day to walk for an hour? Not for me. It can be for other people, but not for me. Dude, I'm tired. So what do I do instead? I mean, isn't this about doing the hard things in the face of impossible odds? So what do I need to overcome first? What are the things to overcome? I think the first thing to overcome is mindset, because unless I put it in my mind that one, it is possible, as opposed to saying it's impossible. Because honestly, as long as it's impossible in your mind, then it'll be impossible in the body, right? It's true. So if I take the im out of the possible and make it possible, then I will at least be mentally prepared to do what I would like to do, what I plan on doing. What else can I do? I can take those small steps. I've been advised, we are advised, okay, don't go from crawling to running. You can't, because that middle step is actually important. It's not only important for the growth of a person emotionally, because you do need to take those, you need to, from crawling to toddling to falling to all of those things, they're very important to get you on track, to get you going to the place where you can start running. Because if you go from crawling to running, you're not going to be stable enough, especially when you need to stop. You're going to fall flat on your face. But what if, I say you, but I mean that in the general consensus of I, because you can do what you want, um, take, instead of saying, oh, I need to go fly to 10,000 and I'm going to be a ninja, rock. Okay, that's Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? Old school Ninja Turtles, not that new stuff. But in any case, what if instead of pushing myself directly to 10,000, I say, okay, I add maybe another 200 steps to my belt on average. Not on Sundays. Sundays, you can find me lazy. I used to ride my bike down to the church, but since everything got shut down, we haven't been back, even though the church is still open. We watch our favorite preachers online now, not excluding my home church in Bakersfield. So let me see my steps on an average day. Let's see. On an average day, this is three houses. Three houses. Huh. 5,083. That was Tuesday. Monday was 5,997. Sunday, don't ask me. Saturday was borderline. Friday, 8,314. Thursday, 9,535. So you guys get the gist, okay? If I just add 200 to 300 more steps to my overall goal, to my overall average, then I would be doing substantially better every day. 300 more steps every day for a week, and then moving it up every day until I get to my 10,000. It seems like a long journey, right? But I wasn't doing anything before. I wasn't doing it on purpose before. And yes, my steps depend on the day, because there are days when I get more steps than others. I mean, that's including also bicycling and whatever else. Because when I come home from work, it's not that I go directly home from work. I go to the grocery store and then we come home, because we like fresh groceries every day. So that's to be added in. I mean, it's still movement, isn't it? Okay, so what are we doing? We are mentally adjusting ourselves for what it needs to be. We're taking the M away from possible and making it possible. We're taking small steps We are adjusting ourselves and not expecting ourselves to get from 0 to 100, or in my case, 5,000 to 10,000, which is double 5,000 to 10,000, because that looks like the average for about 5,000. And then we are taking a look back. Oh, pardon, sorry. And not beating ourselves up. Oh, don't beat yourself up. I know I say it all the time, but it's true, because I say it all the time because I'm talking to myself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Why don't beat yourself up? Because it doesn't solve anything. Beating myself up doesn't solve anything. All it does is leave me bruised and dragging on the floor and possibly moving. So did I go any further for it? No. All I did was make myself feel bad. And for what? For what purpose? Nothing. Nothing. It's like when you walk past the mirror. It's like when you walk past the mirror and you go, ugh. You take a glance and you go, ugh. And it's that quick. It's that quick. Maybe my 10,000 steps mean nothing to you, but maybe there's something that does, like passing by that mirror and not saying, ugh, and rolling your eyes in disgust after you glance. This is absolutely applicable to the situations, to any situation that you want it to be. First of all, take the M away from possible. Make it possible. Change your mindset. Yeah? Take small steps. Yeah? Don't beat yourself up. Yeah? Incrementally go further and further in what you want to do. And then doing that hard thing will no longer be impossible, but rather possible. This is almost the end of the year. We have one more week, and then it's the end of the year. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to wait until next year, or are you going to start today? You can start today. You don't have to wait till next year. You don't have to wait till somebody invites you. You don't have to wait until something dramatic or drastic happens. You can just decide that today is the day. Because until you decide, you're just doing the same thing anyway. It's all normal. It's all status quo. It's not like you're making any differences. I feel like this is slightly influenced by Dr. Cabral's last podcast about, I believe it was Monday's, Dr. Stephen Cabral's Mindset and Motivation Monday. He does podcasts every week, so you're going to have to look back. But that's something to take, and I've been mulling over. That's something you have to take care to pay attention to. So, I really hope that you do. Take the I am away from possible. Make it possible. And I really hope to see you all next week. Thank you so much for joining me here at Type 2 Take2. And don't forget why. Don't forget why. Don't forget to ask why. Don't forget to react to the why. And don't forget to make the changes that are necessary so that way you can get to woohoo! Bye.